We start playing.
Hello and welcome to episode. Why do I do this to myself every time? 203, episode 203 of Comedians and Ring Musicians. My name is Becky Jo Neal. I am your lovely host for this evening. My fabulous co-host is still not feeling very hot, so please, everybody, send your love to Kim on the various socials. Send her gifts with a double F and a T. You know, Venmo her. I don't know. She needs like some chicken soup and a prayer. So everybody, please send your best to Kimberly, and we love you. We hope you're feeling better, and we can't wait to have you back on the show. We are joined by the incredibly talented, the famed. This, like, first of all, this background is like giving me a recording studio, but it's also where we just like hang out and chill and smoke weed. We are here with Kenny, Hada, and the others. Round of applause.
Howdy.
Thank you so much for being a part of our show. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Oh God, I'm just gonna turn. I have to watch myself for comments on this. I'm just gonna literally turn so I can't watch myself doing cringy things like round of applause, like I'm a 12-year-old at a fucking bassoon concert. Okay. Anywho. I couldn't help myself. If you would like to introduce yourself to the friends of the pod, please tell us who you all are and what you guys do for the band.
Yeah, I'm Kenny, and I guess I'm the founder of the band. I play guitar and vocals.
My name's Micaiah. I play bass and I do backup vocals for the band.
My name is Jim, and I just look pretty. No, I'm the other guitar player. I'm the real player.
You look pretty.
Chris on the God mic going through. You know. Yeah, no. We all know that part. No, but that's incredible. Thank you all three for being a part of our show. And I hope you're not too afraid of, but it's not that scary. I think a lot of people like act like there need to be like shots taken, deep breaths had. Most of the time, Kim and I are probably going to ask you about stupid shit like, I don't know. If you heard that noise, it was my dog flapping her ears. It was not something falling down the stairs. Come here. You want to come say hi? Yeah. Most of the time, it's just the dog interrupting the podcast or my shitty air conditioning unit interrupting us. But I would like to know, I know y'all formed like is a product sort of the pandemic. Like, tell us about like how y'all got together. Great founder, Kenny of Kenny and the Others.
Yeah, so I had moved from Dallas in 2017 and basically was really itching to get back into the music scene. And then during the pandemic, I basically just posted on Facebook looking for a bass player, looking for anybody who wanted to jam. And this fine gentleman right here responded, and yeah.
Went to go practice at the music lab, which no longer open, and
R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P. the music lab. Enjoyed the music and learned it pretty quickly. We were supposed to play for South by, and then everything got shut down, and then it was just kind of we were sitting around for a bit, and we were like, well, you know, what do we do with this time? So we decided to start practicing anyways. We're like, well, everything's gonna open up back again someday. Which at that point in time, someday seemed like forever. You know, we seemed like it would be forever, but we started practicing and writing and came out with an album, and we're pretty proud of the work we've done so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and it was kind of perfect timing as well, because my wife and I were expecting our first child as well, and so that immediately coincided with the pandemic. And so, as you can imagine, with an already chaotic situation happening around all of us, you know, emotions were up and down with welcoming in, you know, a new kid. And so it was like, man, I was pretty emotional during 2020, and the healthiest way for me to deal with all of that confusion and joyous and, you know, mountains and valleys, vicissitudes, was to just basically write. And I had a bunch of riff ideas and song ideas, and I just was able to really get to it, and then showing those ideas to this guy, and then one other friend of ours, Brandon Custer, who was gracious enough to play drums with us for a little time, just to kind of get us on our feet. Things really gelled and really came together in a big way, and in a way for us to be like, yeah, we're ready to go into the studio and just lay down some tracks. So yeah.
And I guess, what was it like recording? I guess, I mean, like, sorry, Mars. I guess most people have like anxiety about just, getting together in general during a global pandemic. But like, I wanted to know, like, your personal experience with recording this album. Was it, I would imagine it would be like super relieving to get to produce, but were there any like weird steps or sort of precautions you have to take in that process, or was it traditional straight up?
So I think at the beginning, like during the rehearsals and during us cutting demos of the songs that we wanted to track, we were all pretty conscious of the possibility of getting each other sick, not knowing exactly how COVID would affect us individually. So it was very, very easygoing. We just decided to wear a mask, and we kind of spaced ourselves away from each other a little bit, and with the knowledge that I was not going to wear a mask while I was singing into the microphone, and everybody just kind of seemed to be okay with it. When we did get into the studio, we recorded at Eastside Studios, which is Studios 501 on 5th Street with Austin Sizzler, and he was like, let's can we all just wear a mask, and then once we start overdubbing some things, we'll be in separate isolation booths, and obviously you don't have to wear a mask in there because you're obviously isolated. So but yeah, that's kind of how we approach it. So it wasn't really a big thing for us. It was just the work was more important than any kind of debate of wearing a mask or anything else like that.
Yeah, and your work speaks for itself. It's beautiful and well put together, and seems very
thank you.
With a there's heart in it, but also a certain level of professionalism that bleeds through that. Okay, my final question before we get into song one, and it doesn't have to be maybe I mean, obviously you had a child in this process, but I was going to ask, what was your favorite part of of 2020 leading into the origin of y'all's band and friendship and I guess music?
Well, I'll just start, I guess. Other than welcoming my kid, it was actually getting to know these guys and becoming friends, and more than just bandmates. So for me personally, that would be my answer.
For me, it was getting so before the pandemic, I was playing in an 18-piece jazz band. I was playing in a bunch of projects that weren't really fulfilling. They just needed a bass player, so I was just kind of there. So it's kind of one of my first experiences playing in a band that I was actually excited to be playing in, where I liked the music and the people. I think that's probably my favorite bit. Oh, what about you, Jimbo?
Well, excuse me, it's the monkey shoulder. Yeah, my favorite part was moving to Texas. Is I came from don't at me, but I came from California. Yeah. Hey, you don't put me in your fucking band.
Collective groan.
Yeah, I moved here a little over a year ago, and that was the best part for me, because I've been here for a little over a year, and I can't imagine a better decision I could have made for myself. I'm just much happier here than I was. I'm gigging. We were just talking before we got rolling just about how much how do you get booked on a gig? Try to go on a vacation. It's the phone for me just has not stopped ringing for gigs, and I have stuff booked out in June, July, and that was not the case when I was as much when I was in California. So it's been great. I'm playing so much it's getting annoying, which I have to remind myself that's a really awesome problem to have.
booked and blessed, but you can also say no sometimes, honey. You're more than welcome to say no. I'm going to Cabo. That's just, you can do that. That's well within your rights. Well, thank you also about the like beautiful variety of answers. I loved that. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I like that. I really thought I could ask you, what's the best thing that's happening since 2020? And you had a baby. Like, of course. If the answer wasn't the baby, I would call CPS. I'd be like, sir. Okay. We're going to go into the first song. If you're having a good time, I would advise you to go on over to Venmo. That is the preferred tipping of choice. We have a running ticker at the bottom of the screen if you're watching this on YouTube. But if you're not, it is literally just at Kenny-Nada, which is spelled N-A-D-A. So you want to go there.
H-A-D-A.
Oh, I can't read my own. Do you see this? I like putting this up there because like this is a quiz you're going to take later. You can't read this. You can't.
Fun fact, that's not the first time it's happened.
I can't read it.
Kenny Nada's out there getting rich.
Hada. H-A-D-A. I can't spell. I like how I said it and I can't do this. These are the things that bring
Nada.
me.
I'm nothing. I'm fucking nothing.
Yeah, Kenny Nada. Oh no, that's so sad. Oh, you know what? Actually, though, I think we might have actually just invited the next Instagram like OnlyFans phishing scam. They just tell people your name is Hada. And they just, oh God. By the way, that happened to me this week. If y'all get an Instagram request from some weird nudie website, it ain't me. I would have privately DM'd you about it. It was not me. So I'm saying, yeah, just report the profile, please, if it already hasn't stopped existing. So Kenny-Hada, I can't read, H-A-D-A, and then make sure you drop the fist bump for the music firsthand. And then they requested the guitar emoji or the monocle emoji. You know, maybe you're an intellectual. Maybe you like monocles. I don't know. maybe you play guitar.
Maybe your vision sucks in one eye.
Honestly, though, that's the real tea.
Maybe you like peanuts. Doesn't that peanut dude have a monocle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just like peanuts.
Maybe you're Mr. Peanut. If you're Mr. Peanut, please head on over to Venmo and tip them. And also, quick shout out to our patrons.
For life.
Thank you again. We appreciate you, all of our patrons. Stay tuned for the Patreon exclusive of this. I'm sure it will no doubt be incred. Go to CIMP.LIVE if you want to subscribe. That being said, here is the first song from Kenny-Hada. I'm gonna just meditate on my inability to write my own or read my own handwriting while y'all listen to Kenny and preferably tip them. Enjoy. Here's the first song.
Thank you. It's 3 a.m, too still to sleep. The dark is bliss, but my mind is drenched in kerosene. Hey! If struggle is real and our time alive is short, then why do I reach for the screens I see that pull my world apart? Pull the plug, rewind the tapes, wide awake, wide awake. Pull the plug and draw the sheet, wide awake. I don't have the brakes to slow it down. I guess I'm in a race to the bottom for an enlightened crown. Just need to sleep before my breakdown. I'll get plugged in just to fucking burn out. Don't need a screen to believe anything that I might have not seen. Pull the plug, rewind the tapes, wide awake, wide awake. Pull the plug and draw the sheets, wide awake. Oh, oh, locked up our love. Oh, pull the plug, rewind the tapes, wide awake. Pull the plug and draw the sheets, wide awake, wide awake. Oh, 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 wide awake, yeah. Just like we practiced.
Just like we practice. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you again very much for being a part of our show. This is normally the section where Kim gets to ask her stand mail segment, but unfortunately she is not here. So that means I get to ask questions. So
All
buckle
right.
up, butter
All right.
butts. Not really. I just have, it's a very simple
Butter
question.
butts.
How'd you know my nickname?
See, I Googled. Yeah. I know. Also,
Thank you.
McIntyre, I'm wearing your shirt, so he should be here watching.
That's a sick shirt.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's a McIntyre shirt. Come on, Andy.
Hell yeah.
Rock and roll.
Also, y'all's website is literally just KHOTO.
KHTOmusic.com.
Yeah.
KHTOmusic.com. Yeah.
So yeah, KHTO Music, and y'all got merch. So shout out to anybody want to go buy some merch from Kenny and the others. Go that way. Anywho, I have a question for each one of you, and I guess maybe I'll go for me, it's left to right. I'm gonna start with Jim. I don't know where. Yes, is that left to right on y'all's side? No way. That's right to left for y'all.
He's to my
It's
right.
right to left, but you know,
It's left somewhere.
Camera left, camera right.
It's 5'11".
This dude.
somewhere. That was.
I'm the guy on the left or right.
Jim, I know.
Would that be
you-
center?
right, left. Now we're just getting political, and I'm gonna get scared.
Anyway,
Jim, I know that you relocated from California to Texas. I have so
Yeah.
many questions. I'm not. They're not judgy. I promise. You said be nice. I
Mhm.
promise. I work at. If you've never been to Esther's Follies, I suggest going. We make fun of Californians a lot, but I promise you won't cry. And now
oh, it sounds like my scene, totally.
yeah, we're friends now, so at least if you cry, I can tell someone important about it. But my biggest thing is the taco debate.
Okay.
I need to know your personal opinion. Is the California taco superior to the Texas taco? Is the Texas taco superior to the California taco? Do you say a band
can swear, right?
in Mexico? Yeah, of course you can.
No, yeah, no. Fuck no. Texas is better.
Good answer.
California has better burritos. Texas has better tacos.
Yeah, because don't the burritos in California have French fries in them?
No, that's
That's Euro.
no, that's Primanti's in Pittsburgh. That's their thing. They put fries in their fucking sandwiches and burritos and shit.
See, I'm here for that. I mean, I don't I put fries on my
It's
it's
kind of good.
yeah, on a Big Mac. The middle bun should be also adorned with a row of perfectly placed French fries. They don't stick over the bun. You got to dump out the French fries and find. This is just me being an ass, but yeah, you put the fries on the Big Mac, and then it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Just me. But okay.
I haven't had a Big Mac in like 20 years.
Oh, she's a vegan. Okay, so we're fine.
No,
Oh.
no. Hey, how you take that back? No.
This is when I get absolutely punched through a Zoom meeting. It'll happen to me someday. But my last question for you, Jim, is the driving better in California or Austin?
Oh, the traffic's definitely better. And I
No,
mean, I
not
know.
the
Yeah,
traffic.
okay.
The driving.
So be more specific. What do you mean, the drivers? Do you mean like
Yes.
the construction of the roads?
Oh, the roads is part of it, but
I mean,
yeah, no, the driving. Like people's
Texas drivers are more aggressive but less checked out, because California drivers are like texting on medication and like they're just, like plowing in parked vans and not even realizing it. And Texans are not as checked out, but they are more aggressive. And I will take more aggressive, because to be an aggressive driver, you have to be paying attention.
We are never going to be able to play California.
Why? Because of the Californian?
Californians just cancel us immediately because no, they won't, because they're on enough beta blockers. They're not even paying attention. Fine. We're fine. No, maybe that's it. Honestly, I have this experiment every time I try to go to work, and it pisses my boyfriend off so much because there's this 2-lane turn thing off of frontage onto Cesar Chavez. That just means nothing to anybody outside of Austin. I don't give a fuck. I get cut off every damn day at this spot because some people don't know how to read 5 signs in a row. And Chris knows this is not the first time I've bitched about this on the podcast. I'm gonna get the city involved. That's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
We're getting regional. Hey, can I don't know, maybe there's a civil engineer listening right now. So on the
demographic.
Check this out. You're like laughing at me, but you're gonna hear me. You're gonna go, oh yeah, that is kind of bullshit. So on 5th Street, when you get off the freeway, you go on 5th Street like you're going downtown, like you're going towards that Whole Foods. On the far right lane, it's bikes and public transportation only, right? There's signs everywhere. Mm-hmm. And there used to be like those little plastic dividers that you can totally hit if you want, but they're there, so you probably won't.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 they're on the ground.
Totally. They're bent, like on Rainy Street, they're bent over and you have to like drive in the, anyway. So they repainted it and repaved it, but they took the dividers away, and now there's always assholes in that lane. Like, anyway,
it's true.
You're supposed to turn right from the 2nd lane, but when you do that, there's always some asshole. They're like, hey, what gives, man? It's like, no, you're wrong. Anyway, go ahead.
Traffic talk on comedians. Honestly, if you think I'm making fun of you, I am not. I am just as aggravated.
I think we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Or like, it's 2 turn lanes right there. And so if you're in that 2nd turn lane, there's always somebody from that right lane that cuts you off. So it always causes trouble right there.
That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about like that right lane. If you're not a municipal bus or like a guy on a scooter, what are you doing in that lane?
You guys keep bitching. I'll just keep drinking.
If you're not Kenny's like, that's it. I'm not writing the city commissioner, but we are just going to send them this video, and the city commissioner's been like, seriously, we need to stop musicians from having so much power in the city.
We're going to take away your loading lane on Sanjak.
Don't put that evil into the world, man.
Keep bitching about the roads. We'll take away hands. See how that works. I'm like, oh, whoa, okay.
Oh
no. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they do it though, and they do it sneakily.
Ham is my Lord and Savior.
No, for real. Everybody, yes, everyone support Ham. Good Lord.
Yeah. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, we just really like lunch meat here.
Yes, lunch meat with 2 A's. That means it's so thickly sliced. It's got 2 A's. It's ham with 2 A's. No, it's
it's Texas ham. Texas ham on Texas toast.
Yeah, sandwich is that big.
You have to dislocate your jaw like a python to do it. But some one science person seemed like, actually, it's the constrictor. No, constrictors. No, it is the constrictors. I think it's the shit. I saw it myself.
Yeah.
Actually, okay.
Well, we got the snakes so much.
Well, actually.
Honestly, though, there's so many responses to after. Well, actually, it could go one of either ways. 1, I'm running, and 2, I'm rolling my eyes into an oblivion. But also I just broke my pen on accident. That's on anxiety. Okay, so my next question, going down the line. This one's for Kenny. Did you have a musical family growing up, and do you intend on raising your baby in a musical family, or whatever that means? Are you going to be like the Partridge Family in the wing, or? Like fun.
So my mother sang in a mariachi group, but I wouldn't say that we were a musical family per se. My mother is just naturally gifted vocally, and I I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with drums first, and then fell in love with guitar because I loved the band Boston, and I wanted to make those kinds of guitar sounds. And I just kind of took it upon myself from a very young age to just keep learning how to play guitar. And so I guess I don't know. My dad can play a couple of chords on the guitar, but we weren't really a musical family per se. But I do. So my son's name is Atticus. So I would like for Atticus to kind of grow up at least surrounded by music. And if he uh, so chooses to be a musician, then more power to him. That's great. I'll help him in any way possible. But um, I mean, I will always be a musician, and so I guess, but by that fact, he will naturally grow up in a music household. But I'm not going to force him to play music or anything like that. But
Is he like drawn
know.
to it at all? Does he like bop around with y'all or?
Yeah, actually, he's already starting to like create his own little songs and sing and just kind of like babble and stuff. So I think his first song is Mama Dada. So it goes something like Mama Dada. So it's I think I might, we might work on that. Yeah.
Just
That's his
sample
first
it,
song.
I've
Yeah,
heard much worse.
please.
You've heard much worse.
It's very popular.
On Rainy. Yeah, but that's yeah, so that's my answer.
I love that. I think that's incredible. I can't wait for his EP to drop. Let me know. I will be
Yeah.
at mixtape release, no doubt.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not sure what genre we're gonna go in with. He's gonna go in with it, but it'll turn some heads.
Sounds like he's doing his own like reverb and stuff.
Jazz
Maybe
fusion.
he's like a house music aficionado or something. He's the next like actually cool DJ to go to a party to.
Hopefully. Well, Micaiah says jazz fusion, so maybe he could be a jazz fusion DJ. I don't
Jazz
know.
fusion DJ.
I mean,
know.
what has jazz not fused with?
Now the latest cut from Ornette Coleman. Is he dead? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I definitely would love to see that familial collab. Micaiah, my question was because you were saying like you said something that was kind of like, oh, I've worked with a lot of projects, which just like you just come in and they need a bassist. I know that a lot of musicians in the city, that is kind of the reality for a lot of people. Like you have a skill, you bounce around from project to project because that's what people, you got. Like, I just want to know, like personally for you, who were your biggest influences to get involved in not only the bass, but like, did you grow up playing other instruments? Like, how did you end up at the bass influentially?
This will be good.
The way anybody ends up playing bass, all their friends played guitar.
No.
So true.
No, I started playing clarinet. I grew up in a musical household. We were all made to play instruments. Like my cousin played trombone. I had several others that played clarinet, saxophone, and stuff like that. My grandfather played saxophone. He played with the Nash Hernandez Orchestra, and they're still playing. They're a jazz band that's been going on for over 70 years.
Wow.
Play at Don's Depot every now and then. And he played with them, and so he kind of got me into music as well. And so I started playing clarinet, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends I practice with after band class, and they all played guitar and drums and stuff, and they're like, well, we need a bass player. So I ended up on bass, and I just kind of stuck with it, did jazz band and stuff like that through high school. I kind of took a little break from it going into college, until the professors were like, "Oh, we don't have any bass players in our music school for whatever reason. So we need somebody for the jazz department." So then they threw me in there, and they were like, "Yeah, you can play. You can play stuff. Here, play. We're gonna play. Throw some Jacko and Mingus at you." And I'm like, "I don't even know how to make a walking bass line. You crazy people." Um, and they're like, "Why aren't you practicing?" I'm like, "I don't know what to do. How do you practice something that you don't know what to do?" Uh, but yeah. But outside of that, I think like my biggest influences were probably like I grew up listening to a bunch of like Casey and the Sunshine Band and the Brothers Johnson, just a bunch of older stuff like that. I really like old funk and disco music. It really speaks to me. It's fun. It's always got fun stuff, fun bass lines. A lot of it's like real simple, uh, but it sits well in a nice pocket and it just lays a foundation. Like Jungle Boogie is just walking down a scale, but it's such a sick line, especially when you get horns on top of it and stuff like that. But yeah,
I prefer that shit. Well,
yeah.
hell yeah. That was my attempt at Kim's creepy intrusive questions. Although like she does a lot more creeping than I do. Y'all are like as like a group, pretty like personally private on the internet. So I just wanted to like learn a little bit more. You know how it is. And when we come back from this 2-song break, they're gonna play 2 more songs. We're gonna play another game and get to know them a little bit more before we do a quick little 1 more song and then close out. And then we're going to record some super exclusive Patreon content. So go on over to CIMP.LIVE to see that and peruse on over to Venmo at KENNY-HADA. And you use the music first hand fist bump and then the either monocle emoji or the guitar emoji, whatever you're feeling. You know, just make sure you use the music first hand fist bump so they know that you listen to this episode. All right. That being said, here is a couple more songs from Kenny Hada and the others. Enjoy.
Do we have 2 songs?
Man, he just wrote the one song.
I mean, I'm just blowing up on one song. What are you talking about? Hair trigger. Yeah, yeah. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. You come hang around here uninvited, like a leech tied to a leash. Your company gets crowded. Oh, please leave me alone. Resistance ain't to be applauded. Oh, well, I'm feeling like a dog to be put down. Yeah. Oh, put me out. Misery, yeah. 'Cause you hit a nerve now. Well, hey, what's up? What's going on, guys?
Sorry about that.
So, so sorry about that, y'all. You know, technical difficulties. It happens. Should
At
we?
least it's live, right?
We can
Yeah.
start from the top.
Yeah, start on top. 1, 2, 3. You come hang around here uninvited, like a leech tied to a leash. Your company gets crowded. Oh, and please leave me alone. Systems need to be applauded. Oh, I'm feeling like a dog to be put down. Alright, oh yeah. Put me out, misery, yeah. 'Cause you hit a nerve now, baby. You better know that I'm a hit trigger, baby. Oh, so let me go. I've been so wound up, rubber band, left alone to dry out in the sand. Oh, then you come along like a child with nothing better to do. Oh, stick your dirty fingers under me and snap me in two. Alright. Put me out of misery, yeah. 'Cause you hit a nerve now, baby. You better know that I'm a trigger, baby. Oh, so let me go. Is it you or is it me? Yeah. 'Cause I'm a trigger, baby. Oh, so let me go. You hit a nerve now, baby. You better know that I'm a trigger, baby. Oh, so let me go. Is it you or is it me? Yeah. Well, I'm a trigger, baby. Oh. Marie?
Oh,
Marie?
hell yeah. Okay. Just casually dropping in that little vocal moment at the end. You know how it goes. I'm sure Andy McIntyre will have something to say about it.
So technically, if we play the same song twice, it means we played 2 songs, right?
For sure.
Well, it was really 1.5 times.
1.5 times, yeah. So we can play this. We can only play half this next song.
Yeah. We're on a schedule here.
It's all about variety here on Comedians and Musicians. You know, sometimes it just comes in a duel.
Funny things happen.
It's the
Sorry.
best. It's live theater. People outside wouldn't understand. Actually, the other night at Esther's, I'm not kidding. Y'all been Esther's Follies?
I haven't.
It's like y'all gotta text me and you can come. It's weird. It's a vaudeville show, so like SNL but with magic. And our sound system went out right at the top of our show the other day, and we had to improv real quick, and it was, y'all. It was terrifying, Chris. Like we make fun of it all day, but like the only thing we had was piano. So we had to do all these like random things that don't have any sound, like really quick. It was like the absolute scramble. I'm sure all y'all know exactly what something bad happens every time, every show. Sometimes people don't notice. Sometimes you have to explain to the audience like, hi, things are bad.
Yeah.
I guess I wanted to know, because I mentioned it earlier, y'all are like pretty private on your social media, which is fair for people
You
to
must have the wrong Instagram for me.
No, I didn't get your Finsta, Jim. You didn't invite me to your Finsta. I need to know your private Instagram.
Oh, it must have been your fake account.
Hey,
There you go.
Honestly, though, seriously though, please report the shit out of that. I'm about to sue them for the weird part was like 40 some odd people within an hour followed it. I was like, y'all, okay. I would like to see y'all's subscription money. Thank you very much. I will personally Venmo request every one of you 40 people. All right. So I wanted to do a little like pretty private person pod quiz, and just do kind of a rapid fire down the line, have y'all answer all the same question. They're not really like think pieces here. We're not exactly NPR, but I just want to know a little bit more about you. I'm sure they drink just as much on NPR, but you know. It's fine.
It's probably water.
Yeah.
Though.
Terry Gross is quite a lush.
What if though? What if? We're gonna find
What
out.
if I got sued for that comment?
You get canceled for talking shit on NPR.
I give him 1099s, by the way, just so he I'm not laughing.
Last week Saints gonna tell me about it in the morning.
We love you, NPR. Don't hate us. Okay. Rapid fire down the
There
line.
goes that Tiny Desk video.
You're like immediately putting into subscription only. No. My first question is, do you have a favorite tattoo or any tattoos? Like I know I can see Micaiah has
ourselves.
no, like on yourself. Like if you don't have any, do you want one? If you have some, what is your favorite?
My favorite's my back piece. It's a circle of fifths, a mandala.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty nerdy.
My guitar tattoo.
Live for it.
It's my fave. It's my fave.
I like this one because everyone gets it wrong.
What is it?
What do you think it is? Oh, we get closer. Literally, no one's ever got it right.
Well, it looks like the equality symbol, but it's obviously in a placement where a tattoo artist would be like, that doesn't read as an equality symbol if you put your hand down like this. I don't know. I'm confused.
You got ripped off.
They were doing
the tattoo artist actually didn't know how to do the black flag.
No,
you know.
I've had equality. I've had black flag. No, that would be on me. It's like, here, can you put this wrong shit on me? Like, no, that would be on me. And even like, here's a hint. I think drummers are still like, I don't know, an equal sign. It's a percussion clef because I've got a treble and a bass clef right. I don't know what you can see, what you can't. I've got a treble and a bass clef there, so I got a percussion clef right above it. So it's
genius. I was gonna say it can't be an equality sign, because if any tattoo artist in the world put an equality sign this direction on an arm, should be immediately ripped of their. It's not. That's not, don't be mean.
It's
Like
not their fault. I was like, yeah, I want an equality sign, but I stand like this a lot, so.
You're like, I really want the division sign, but I kind of want it crossed on my head so it looks like the percent. Like that would be great. Let's just no. I was like, but I have like basement tattoos and the word soup tattooed on the back of my arm, so I cannot judge literally anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But
There you go.
okay, do you have huh?
I said I like soup.
Who doesn't
Oh, wait,
like soup?
I know you're supposed to be interviewing us. What? Why? What? How'd that happen?
My youngest sibling and I did the 4-letter word TikTok tattoo secret challenge on each other. And I got soup because when we were growing up, I cooked a lot of Campbell's soup because we were latchkey kids. There's a lot of
What
Campbell's
is she having
soup.
her on?
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, I got they got married in June, and their dog's name is June, so I put June on her arm, and it worked. They loved it. It worked.
Don't ever do that challenge with me, guys.
I know, right? I really thought I was gonna get just like toot or something. Stupid. Just boob, not boobs, just boob, like that would be.
No, if you play that game with me, that's going to affect your employability for sure.
I also heavily considered getting the word tits, but with a lisp, like tits. I thought that would have been really funny.
That would have been sexy.
But I don't think they would have appreciated the tits on the back of your arm would just be really sorry.
Wait, is it at the end, are there 2 T's or 1 at the end?
No, just TITH.
Okay, not TITT. I'm gonna go.
Even reading it in my brain makes me giggle, and that's how I know internally I am 7 years old. Tits. Do y'all have a favorite book and or trash magazine? I know not everybody's a reader. What are you reading? Or your go-to read?
Go for it.
You've talked too much.
I was like, he's like, let me take over for the readers in this group. I have picked up a book recently. Okay.
I should shut up and just be like, Kenny Hada and fucking Jim. I like, probably my favorite book, but I don't, because I did reread it recently and I was like, this is my favorite book, but it used to be Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and there's literally like drawings of buttholes in it. So I don't, maybe that's just where I was at when I was in my 20s and I read this, like, this is a masterpiece. But Chuck Palahniuk, although it's a little bit hit or miss. I mean, obviously, like Fight Club's great and Choke is great, but then I read another one called Haunted, which just made me mad.
Yep.
And did you read Haunted?
Is it it's the sequel of the prequel, right? It's Haunted, and then oh my god,
the writer's retreat, where it's like every other chapter is an essay by one of the characters, and it's the book where Chuck wrote that essay that made people pass out and throw up when he read it live. And then when I read it, I was like, yeah, I can like totally get that. This is disgusting.
Like Invisible Monsters is great. I saw him live on a college tour when he was basically he was doing a college tour where he read all of his essays that he wrote for Playboy.
Oh, so he read Guts.
Yeah, he read Guts, and like it was called like adult bedtime stories or something, and he came out in like a smoking jacket. It was very like he threw like honking pigs at us. It was very weird. It was very college, and I was like, we are intellectuals, and I was like, no, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, he signed a book of mine, and he signed it Beware of Carrots, Chuck Palahniuk.
God,
I will. What
a blessing to be just like a catastrophically weird person in some people.
Yeah, to be that free.
Yes. This is it. Okay, Kenny, what are you reading?
I haven't had a lot of time to read lately, but I enjoy a lot of poetry. Anything from Neruda to Bukowski. And I think honestly, Slashing Toward Nirvana is probably my favorite book of his. And I read that pretty young, and it's something that I just always revisit because it's an old dude drinking beers in bathtubs, and for some reason I can relate to that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I dated a guy who was like a little bit too into Bukowski, but I think he was just into the whole like cheating on people and like drinking for fun thing. I
Yeah,
don't really think it was actually the work.
No.
So do you have like a work that I need to read of Bukowski's?
The Dharma Bums sometimes is like a work that I need to read. Like that's not Bukowski, it's Kerouac, but like that's kind of a book that I've always just returned to whenever I need like solitude, and I identify with Marley, who is just like, I don't know, he's that crazy dude who just wants to get lost in the mountains. So I kind of identify with that a little bit.
I feel like if you don't like identify with somebody who just wants to fucking escape sometimes, like maybe they're just all the beta blocker Californians driving around. I don't know. Maybe that's just it. I've just full circled that, found that out. We've answered our own questions. Okay, Micaiah,
can I do a shameless plug real quick? Can I do a shameless plug for my father? So he just won the Oklahoma Book Award for his latest book of poetry called Contour Feathers.
Nice. People in Oklahoma read.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's fair for you because you went to OSU. So
Cool, now we can't tour
what's
there
your answer, asshole?
There ain't nowhere to play there.
If this interview goes on long enough, like we're gonna cross out half the U.S. if we go on tour.
that's amazing.
We'll
First
play
of all,
Butte.
Good, they'll have to come to us.
the more we talk shit about places, the more people tune in.
More of a liability.
Yeah. Also, like, name a single person who was born somewhere and will fight for it without like being like, yeah, okay, yeah, our gas stations do suck. Or no, our traffic.
Bruce Springsteen.
Oh yeah, but that's
easy.
Sorry, yeah, that's low hanging fruit. Yeah.
yeah. It's like people from Jersey are like Steelers fans, like or Raiders fans. You're just an asshole to be an asshole. This is like your
Well, Flea.
Also, have you been to Jersey?
Flea.
Once my sister lived there for a hot second, but she tells everyone she lived in New York. She lived in Hoboken. She lived there.
Yeah, once is good.
Yeah, once is fine.
You get it.
You get there once, you're like, it is like the reality shows. Hot damn.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I need to know. Micaiah, what are you reading? What is your go-to read?
Well, I don't really have much time to read these days, but when I do, I like to read manga. So I've been working my way slowly through part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steel Ball Run. It's real fun.
Atticus.
It's the guy who made it. His name's Rocky, and he was actually the first manga artist to be featured in the Louvre. In France. Yeah. And he has a whole exhibit. He had a whole exhibit called Rohan Visits an Art Museum or something like that. And so like the whole room is panels, and all the panels put together like an entire comic book. And it's real cool. Like, and he's made spin-offs just of that art exhibit. So
that's badass that we have manga in the Louvre. That's cool. Come on.
Yeah.
Modern art. Hell yeah. It's on a fucking banana duct taped to a wall. Jesus. Ugh. I respect art. The banana taped to a wall was an insult to anybody who's ever put pen to paper. My last question for all of you, which I think is still my favorite. Have you had, what's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever had? Go.
Well, that's easy. That was last year. My wife and I dressed Atticus up as little Elton John, and I had a rocket ship jumpsuit, and my wife was a piano.
Stop it.
So
right now.
Yeah, he was quite perfect. She actually made him a little suit with feathers and everything, and then we got him some hard glasses, and he just walked down. He would do this. He just
like the orange and pink.
Like he just kind of like looked at everybody, huh?
Like it was like the orange and pink. Oh my god.
Oh no, the white feathers, the big white feathers, and yeah.
Better. Why is that better? Oh.
It was hilarious. It was awesome.
Did she made the piano?
No, so she had it was like a piano dress, and then she got like an inflatable piano thing to strap around herself. And so, because he was only one, or a little over one, so she would just like carry him around. And so it kind of made sense.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's genius. Oh my God.
There are pictures on Instagram, I think. I'll share in the stories and the band's, profile stories, so that everybody can see
for
it.
the fans, not for me.
Yeah, for the fans, for the followers. Yeah, everybody wants to know.
They are.
When I was a kid, I got to be Darth Maul for a Halloween, and that was pretty cool.
That is pretty
I was
sick.
super excited about that one.
Did you get the double saber from Walmart?
Hell
yeah. Fuck yeah.
How many times did you wear it after Halloween?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure my mom hid it from me and threw it away because she knew I would.
Oh no! You see, my mom only hid our costumes because I convinced my younger sibling that we should just try trick-or-treating the day after. And my mom was woken up by our neighbors at like 7:30 in the morning. Like, can you please get your kid off my porch? Halloween is over. Get them out of my face. And we're like, well, like, it's fine. No. Jim, favorite Halloween costume? Go.
Well, this will make sense when I show you my hairdo, but Bane from the Dark Knight Rises. I got a solid mask for it. I was Bane for like 5 years.
You're like, when it works, go for it.
Yeah, well, the mask was expensive. It had to pay off.
Wait, can you do the voice?
No. This is a family show, like that.
Part of the mask.
No, one of them has to be left in the wreckage, brother.
Yes. I would imagine, if the costume is expensive, I just justify doing like, I'll maybe be that costume one day of the weekend, and then next year I'll just recycle it again. I'm like, yeah, that was okay. That was $75. I wore it twice. Or I'll just bring it to the theater and let it rot in some box. Like, yeah, we'll someday need a Honey Boo Boo's mom costume. I don't know. Sometimes it's come in handy. That's fair. All right, fellas. So thank you for being a part of our Pretty Private Person pod quiz. I feel like I know so much more now. We are going to hear one more song from Kenny Hada and the others. But before that, I would like to remind y'all to go to CIMP.LIVE and subscribe to our Patreon, where you can see over 150 exclusive behind the scenes, as well as silly ass stupid things competitions we've done in the past. You can go over, see our old shows, all 202 of them at this point. Like, go on up and see. And if you would like to go to Venmo because you've had such a good time today, please go to @Kenny KENNY-HADA on Venmo. So you can go to Venmo, use the fist bump and the guitar emoji or the monocle emoji. Either way that they know that you were listening tonight. And shout out to all the people who were on Facebook tonight who were commenting, like Andy McIntyre. I love that Andy's here every time. I chose to wear his shirt. Everyone go to Andy McIntyre's website and get this weird Cheshire Cat shirt. I love it very much. And be sure to go to khto.com to see Kenny Hada. Now I'm literally choking on my own spit. Kenny Hada and the others on the website. You can find their music. You can find their merch. Be about updates on where they will be. Here's the last song from Kenny and the others. Enjoy. Y'all, please go Venmo them, please.
So the whole song this time.
Let's do back news.
Yeah, let's do it. She come round again, her diamond eyes and a crooked smile. Fate tell, femme de mai, can't resist to say goodbye. Lips like blood red wine, tantalize a sordid prize that's leashed for release, yeah. Mistress, love in the cough, drunk hearts with empty cups. Give getting filled, just never enough, cause she's teasing my heart to steal away. Bad booze, baby, on vintage wine. Bad booze, baby. All right. Every now and then, the next plot to twist from just a kiss to a hip, cause she's taking my heart to steal away. Bad booze, baby, on vintage wine. Bad booze, baby, on vintage wine. Wake up to find she's nowhere in sight, tiptoeing low like a thief in the night. I wake up to find she's nowhere in sight, a cadaver of love buried in my mind. Bad booze, baby, on vintage wine. Bad booze, baby, off every night. Bad booze, baby, alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yes. And thanks again for everybody who stuck with us. Sorry for the technical difficulty, but yes, but we appreciate y'all. And we are gonna record an exclusive to, I don't know, I guess we could like technically if we wanted to. I'm talking about this like it's pre-production. We are gonna record some exclusive after this. So if you want to hear more, just head on over to CIMP.LIVE and you can find that. Before we go, I do want to ask one more quick thing of all of y'all. How was your South by this year?
Oh.
It was the return of South by. I just wanted to know, like, for those who were like out and about, like, what did y'all do? How was it like? Like, was it weird? Was it fun? Did you have a peak or a pit? Tell me about it.
I
Busy.
thought it was personally like my South by was busy. I had friends that played like 30 shows within 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Thankfully, I wasn't that busy. But it was kind of weird. I think with the pandemic, it was still a bit more subdued than it had been in past years. So it was kind of like regular foot traffic in Austin, but parking was shitty. Shittier.
True.
Um,
Very true.
Yeah, because they had all these roads blocked off, and then you get into the city, and it's like, there's no one here. What is this?
Hell is it?
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think for us as a group, it was pretty productive. It was the right amount of busy for us, I think. So, I mean, there were a couple of days where we did do like back-to-back stuff, but yeah, for me personally, it was pretty busy as well. I did a lot of production stuff, and then of course a lot of playing. But yeah, it's good all around.
how many shows did you play?
You individually did a lot. Yeah.
But not here. I did. I tour with an artist, an R&B artist named Shalea, and she's out of California, and she booked a tour during South by. So I did, I think, one show with you guys, like the first few days of South by, and then I left for a tour. I was gone the entire time. So I don't.
So you had a good South by.
Yeah, you had a good South by.
I remember I was bummed out, like, oh man, I'm gonna be gone. It's like my first, South by actually, living here. Like it's gonna be, and then I had the tour. I was like, oh, but whatever. And then I did the one gig with them. It was at the Green Jay on Red River. It was great. Like, it's a cool venue, and obviously, like playing with these guys is awesome. But yeah, with the street closures and the parking nonsense, it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Then I'm not gonna be here. Like, it's kind of sucks.
Yeah, a cop. Yeah, when I had to pick up the gear that night, a cop was. I talked to a cop and I was like, "Yo, I need to get in here to the load-in zone so I can pick up my gear." He's like, "So?" I was like, "What do you mean so? Like, can you move so I can get in there?" He's like, "Yeah, probably." I was like, "All right, I'll just wait then." And he finally talked to the other cop car, and he got another cop to move, and I was just like,
child sellers at work.
All right. It's like, all right, man, thanks.
Nope. Oh,
Yeah, no, he was like, so. It's like, okay, whatever.
Jeez.
Anyways,
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. And honestly, though, I like Jim's move of just like smoke bombing and exiting during South. Like,
Somebody got
knock it
mad
up.
at me. Like I went to a jam like after South by when I got back, and then like they called my name and I went up on stage to play, and then the house bass player like passes me on the stairs. He goes, "Oh, you think you could just leave for South by and you could just waltz on back on stage?" It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yes, and I am, and you do, and you did, and that was I'm sure it was incredible. Well, thank you guys again so much for being a part of our show. We have to cut and record some exclusive stuff, but we do have to say goodbye to our lovely Facebook viewers, our YouTube viewers, our Twitchers, Stitchers, podcasters.
Bye,
Thank you
freeloaders.
so much. I know. Pay for your content. Damn it. No, just kidding. We do really appreciate the people who pay for their content. But before we get out of here, Kenny, would like to, y'all just like blatantly promote anything you want to as much as you can to camera. Go for it.
yeah, Love Deluge. It's our latest record. Came out, and check it out. It's available everywhere. It's all the songs that basically we came up with during the pandemic, and I think one or two before, but it's all there. And khttomusic.com is where we got everything going. We're also take a shot. I have monkey shoulder. Steamer Lane, May 13. We're playing in Cedar Park. Steamer Lane, May 13. Great venue. It's free, donations accepted. So we will have some merch available there. And
then the next day at
in Ellinger, Texas. Yeah, it's the Waterfront Music Festival that's happening out there. So that's also free, donations accepted. So yeah.
And then if you want to come party with us, we play.
Throw a party.
We play often at the drafting room. Usually you can catch us on Sundays at the drafting room from 2 to 5. If Kenny's not there, you'll see me and Jim there more than likely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then was it June 5th? All the way in June, we have something that we're doing with Hector Ward in the Big Time. It is it's a benefit show for his merch lady that passed away. But we're doing a benefit show at the Far Out Lounge for them. So that's gonna be a good time and for a good cause too. So
yeah. So thanks again for everybody tuning in. I hope y'all got enough, and please follow, subscribe, like, support anything and everything this group does. It will be lovely and appreciated. And if you had a good time tonight, you know what I'm gonna say, go to Venmo. It's in the ticker, it's in the bio. Support local music. I don't know, Guilt Trip, insert Guilt Trip here. Hello.
we don't have a lot of money. We need money. And like I said, I had a child. And diapers,
You, the
they're
Sarah
not cheap.
McLachlan, we're going out.
For only $100 a day, you too can sponsor my child.
It's inflation rates, children. It's going up. But a huge
They're organic diapers.
organic diapers. Might as well maybe at a fucking gold. But that's why we love.
Right.
We love you, Atticus. You're perfect.
I thought you get the recyclable ones for the environment.
You mean
so you can reuse?
You mean washcloths?
Yes.
Wait, does that mean you can bury them in the yard?
Want him to be a parent and a watch person? No, I'm fighting on this one. Actually, no. Well, we have to say goodbye, but we love you. We'll see you all next week for episode 204. We hope you all had a good time. Huge round of applause to Kenny, Hada,